So this is the figurehead of HMS Queen Charlotte. The figurehead has been on display outside for many years and has now been conserved and brought inside to be on display in the gallery. Because the figurehead of HMS Queen Charlotte had been on display outside for decades, the figurehead was quite deteriorated. That had to do with partly just being outside in itself, but also the way that the figurehead had been mounted meant that water was allowed to get trapped inside the timber. So the figurehead was taken off display and has been taken to Orbis Conservation, and they carried out sonic tomography, which is a method of decay detection usually used for trees, but it can be used on large objects, and they found that the timber internally was much deteriorated, and in fact a lot of the back section of Queen Charlotte was essentially a void. The timber had deteriorated so much that they were able to pull it out just with their bare hands because it was so rotten and wet and had been attacked by fungal growth. So all of that timber has now been consolidated, and that void has actually been used to mount the figurehead. So a steel bar has been inserted on the inside, and then the void has been 3D mapped, and that's how the mount has managed to fit into the figurehead, and that means that we can now put the figurehead on display. Paint analysis was also carried out on the figurehead, but they found that the figurehead had been stripped multiple times in the past, so there wasn't a clear original paint scheme that they could find. We did, however, find an image of HMS Queen Charlotte in a cigarette card of 1912. That cigarette card showed a blue colour scheme, a blue and white colour scheme, which is the paint scheme that we decided to repaint Queen Charlotte into. In discussion with our community groups that we've been working with as part of the Figurehead project, they decided that some of the figurehead's facial features, like the lips and the eyebrows, were to be based off contemporary portraits of the historical figure Queen Charlotte by Alan Ramsay.